We simulator drivers are pushing to the limit as the real drivers, and that's like something most people don't get. They think like we sit in front of a wheel and just play for fun and don't really care what's happening. We really go for it, like the real drivers are.
We all have the same goal, it's for the team to be back on top, exactly where it belongs, and I think we're just really hungry and motivated to put Renault back where it deserves.
Coming to the factory every morning, seeing the phone cars, seeing all these people working so hard on one goal, you just feel a sense of belonging and just feel motivated to push even harder than you might have did otherwise.
So my goals for this year are to win F1 Esports. I know it's going to be really hard because the top 5 guys are insanely quick.
Okay, so what we are seeing now is basically our drivers trying to set up the rigs as close as possible as we had in the factory, which is crucial. The closer it feels to home, the better. Obviously, the more pace you have, the more confidence you have, the less you have to think about braking and accelerating, all the usual stuff you don't really think about at home. We've been fortunate enough at Renault to have the exact setup, the exact materials and equipment, including a box, which is, I believe, an advantage.
Rasmussen on pole, Beresnaya alongside him, all 5 lights are on, and we're racing in Bahrain. Pretty good start from the Red Bull of Rasmussen as they come down towards the first corner. The Alfa Romeo on the left-hand side, that is Daniel Beresnay. The Renault of Otmir looking pretty racy towards the inside, and there goes the Ferrari, Tonitza. Still lurking in the back of all that, meanwhile, is Jarno Otmir, the Dutch driver making his F1 Esports debut this year in that yellow Renault, running in 4th place. On board we go with Sally Southon in 3rd place at the moment. Jarno Otmir in front. That's Sally there in the bottom left. David Tonitza's relatively checked out. We're on lap 12 of 14. And he's over a second ahead of Otmir, who's going to be very busy defending in the closing couple of laps. 2.5 to go. Oh, look at that. We've got a bit of weaving going on now from Otmir, trying to break the toe, trying to break the slipstream. Kiefer coming in so late on the brakes there, but he manages to get it stopped and hit the apex. So this is really, and look how close Southon gets to the back of Otmir. This is really going to spice up in the final 2 laps. Across the line goes Tonitza to take the victory. 2.5 seconds ahead of Otmir. The fireworks light up, and look.
I started go-karting when I was 4 years old. I was the youngest Dutch champion karting ever at the age of 9. I became triple Dutch champion in 2009, 10 and 11. I competed against on the highest level of karting in European Championship and World Championship. When I moved to F4 in 2016, I got one opportunity at a test in Zandvoort. Straight away was on the pace, so that was good. In that year I finished 2nd in the North European Championship. Then I got noticed by Renault, got picked into their Renault Sport Academy. 2017 at the Euro Cup. Had some good points results. Obviously, for real race weekends, you already practice in simulators. Compared to other drivers, I was really fast in the simulator always. So it was kind of already getting into esports. Obviously, it's a little bit higher level in simulators, but I think naturally I was already quick on the simulator. I'm just a little bit more talented on simulators than I was in real life.
Five lights are on. Quite a long hold, but we're racing in China. Decent start from Beresne as they come down towards the first corner. That right-hander, can Kiefer get his nose up the inside?
I had stuck P11. Yesterday was a tough qualifying. It started raining straight away. But P11 to P5, which is quite good, I think so. Especially in such a short race. I don't think there was any much more in it in this race.
Jarno managed to get P5, amazing drive. I'm sure Cedric would have been able to do similar things, but unfortunately he got wing damage on lap 1.
David Tonitsa is going to come through the final corner and win the second round of the F1 New Balance Esports Pro Series in Shanghai.
Just a little bit unlucky. The Ferrari guy, David Tonitsa, won 2 races in a row, so I'm 22 points behind now. But I think we can catch up in the next events.
A reminder that in the championship, after those 2 races, David Tonitsa has 50 points at the top of the championship, and he's very impressively 22 points clear over Jarno Opmeer, who's second in the standings with 28 points.
And so let's see, this year's winner of the first 2 races plays the winner of last year's race as we head down into turn 1.
Good start from Rasmussen.
Qualifying, Cedric had a really good qualifying session. I came home in P6 or P7. Jarno didn't really get it clear last lap, but in the race itself was not exactly to plan. They both got damaged on lap 1, and then for the rest of the race I had to drive in a yellow wing, and I think Cedric came back in the points, so he managed to get P10.
Last race was quite bad. I had front wing damage for the whole race, which was unfortunate, but I knew going into Baku it was going to be hard.
Race 3 I qualified high up, but simply made a mistake, which cost us a lot of points.
Rasmussen here comes across the line to win in Baku, to win the 3rd race of the F1 Esports Pro Series season.
Next event is really quick, it's only 2 weeks away. So yeah, we'll go prepare for that straight away, just do what we did. I think what we've been doing, we've shown how much we've improved as a team last year already.
Today was almost a perfect job really. Yeah, got P2, P3. Yeah, like you said with Evo, Cedric, yeah, last time I think things didn't go his way. I know what his potential is, and today I think it was almost a perfect job by the team. So I'm super happy for Jarno and Cedric. Then coming in tomorrow, we're going to be super confident.
We just ended the second qualifying for Austria. And we finished P6 and P9.
My lap was kind of under the limit to avoid track limits. I just got a good lap in. So last lap I really wanted to go for it. I still was P2 before I started it.
We got caught up with a lot of traffic in the last run, so that's why we didn't improve our runs on the end how we wanted to. But yeah, we have a good position for tomorrow for the race, so we want to score a lot of points tomorrow. Obviously, after the first event, you're gonna doubt yourself if you can like reach the top step, and yeah, but you don't have to think about that. You gotta think about the preparation for the next event, keep pushing, and that's what we did, and it paid off in the end. So we start in P2 and P3 for the next race.
Fourth round of the championship in Montreal. The lights are out and Tino Nakarinen from pole position heads down towards the first corner. He hasn't got a very good getaway. The two Renaults sweep around the outside and into first and second place. So Jarno Opmeer up into the lead. Cedric Thome is second. Renault looking strong in the championship with a couple of consistent results. Jarno Opmeer leading the way for the Renault team. And this could be 3 wide for the lead here because Opmeer doesn't have the DRS.
Double.
Here we go into the chicane, and Nakarinen takes them both. There's a bit of damage. They fly straight on, and Nakarinen has been given a 3-second time penalty.
Jarno then got damage coming into the pits from the Williams, which put him back about 5 seconds.
But yeah, it's a bit of a shame because I lost 10 seconds in the pit stop because I had front wing damage. Quite unfortunate that potential win was out of the window after the pit stop.
The plan was to go from medium to soft, but in the lobby we saw it was gonna rain at the start of the race, so we put on inter setup and went for the soft, and then after a few laps it started raining, so the original strategy wouldn't have worked. We had the two leaders battling for the whole race pretty much. I was just sticking with them, don't do anything stupid. And yeah, Brendan Lee was coming up from behind. He had tried to attack me in the last few corners, but I hold on to it. And we got P2 in the end because of the Williams having a time penalty because of corner cutting. So we got P2 in the end.
Now Nakarinen out across the line, takes the checker flag, but it's Rasmussen who takes the victory after the 3-second time penalty for Tino Nakarinen. Thome across the line in second place.
At the end of the race, they had penalties in front, which means we've got the win and we've got a P3. So yeah, I'm absolutely over the moon.
All 5 lights are on. Quite a long hold, and then we're racing in Russia down towards the first corner. A 90-degree right-hander, and Rasmussen's got a good start. Does he fancy it into turn 1? Now Cedric Thome, who's on the soft compounder tyres, so we'll keep an eye out on the Renault's progress too.
We had an absolutely perfect start, both got into the top 7. We decided to do a strategy that was a bit different from everyone else. Everyone else really went for softs, we went for mediums. Went really, really far into the race, and at the end I think it was absolutely perfect by the drivers. We just overtook when we needed to do. We were really aggressive when we needed to be. A few people got damage in front of us, but we just took those opportunities. And then we came home, I think we came home P4, P5. Yeah, I'm just so happy for them. They really, really deserve it. And yeah, pretty much a perfect day so far.
He's on the brakes and he's done it. Oh, he's taken 2. Was there something going on with Daniel Berezhny? Because I saw a bit of debris fly up and Berezhny.
What a move, Opmeer! 2 cars at the same brake. It was just perfect the inside there because he braked deep on the inside. He took the position and then he could use the extra grip.
John Ziller is back and he takes victory across the line in Austria. Opmeer in the end was 4th. Great drive from them.
So now I think for Silverstone, I think that's probably your strongest track out of the 3. Then that's your strongest track, one of your strongest tracks. So I think that'll be good.
No, I'm not worried. I think it should be good.
It's a fair decision. It's Simon's best track. Judging off the practice times, he deserves it. Thinking about the team as well, I think we have the best chance if these two drive tomorrow to get the most points out of the race. So I have my fingers crossed for Simon.
Well, it's a team effort.
So I'm not gonna sit here and say, look, I want to kick Cedric out of his seat, because that's not the case. We want to do well in the competition, so we will practice for the other tracks, and whoever turns out fastest will race. If it's me, it's me, and if it's Cedric, and even if Jano is slowest, he won't race. So it's a team effort, and I'm very happy to sit on the sidelines when I'm slower. All I want is a fair chance. My team, Bayern München, they just won 7-2 in London against Tottenham, Champions League match, and will hopefully be a good omen for tomorrow's race.
All 5 lights are on. And we're racing at Silverstone. Who's going to get the best start? Patrick Crutch has already jumped the start. The Red Bull is looking up the inside as they come into turn 1. Looks like it's a little bit damp conditions potentially.
So I had a good start, got up to 6th or 7th. Obviously the soft runners, I started on mediums. Soft runners overtook me early on in the race. I was in a really good position on medium tires. I think I was the first medium runner. Then I pitted and I just got held for 7 seconds. And in a 14 lap race, it's just impossible to make up 7 seconds, especially in the slipstream terrain. So yeah, potential podium just out of the window because of a, I would say, game bug. I don't think there's anything else we could have done.
And it looks as though, in a very impressive performance, Simon Weigang is going to get points on his first esports race. Here comes Marcel Kiefer through Club Corner for the final time. And for the first time, he wins in the F1 Esports Pro Series. Wonderful drive from Marcel Kiefer.
Speed is there, I just need to cut the bullshit out. I just need to be on there all the time. In practice I'm one of the fastest, I know, if not the fastest, but I just need to perform at all times, and that's not happening at the moment. That's why I lost a lot of points in the past 2 events. I should turn it around for the last 2 events, to be honest.
We are within the objective, so interesting performance of Cedric as well. A bit disappointed by the performance in Silverstone, but we will come back stronger.